Hello, we're here at 1210 Cook Street performing a sewer scope inspection. We're entering into this pipe that we have open. Right now we have water running. We're still working this sludge clog. Right around here is where we kept experiencing that clog before. And we got another 10 feet. And we hit a clog here. I'm pretty sure we... Oh, yeah! 68, 70 baby. We're going to be seeing the alley's tap here momentarily. Alright. Got some good news.
Yep, that's beautiful.
Will you switch it to cold?
It's cold right now.
Okay. There is a crack. Although, it ain't the end of the world. That is the damn city's main, buddy. Yes. Yes!
Closer because we can see it being pulled back.
I'm going to pull back now because I want to see, one, how much line slope there is. Okay, this thing, there is a tap, there is a crack out there, but that ain't that bad.
It's not causing an issue like that.
No, I don't think that's why this is accumulating. That looks intact. It's intact and has more than enough slope. But maybe the too much slope. See that? There's been a clog all the way. This is slow drain. This is part of why this is happening to me. You see the buildup on the sides. Starts in the narration. Okay, I want to do this slow. So we got out to the city main, and there was only one minor crack. And this pipe, that is where everyone was hitting the wall. So you can see
where it drops. It's like it takes a little turn there.
Yeah, there's like a slight jut, but I don't think that's the cause of it. So
Okay.
do you see the?
That's out of 58. So 50.
Yeah, 50 was the spot. The,
Cancel.
Oh my god.
Is that auto log is like a picture one.
23.
Okay, so this is the city's main, flowing in the back. And then that white plastic edge is kind of how they cut to make these two pipes meet. It's smooth, it's intact. There might be a very slight radial crack, but nonetheless, to me, that's intact. These pipes are intact. Now we'll see this. That is the chip I was talking about. I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think it's catching anything. See where there's that kind of white buildup along the sides? This kind of grease. That is reminiscent of the clog. And so it may be like something like this, you know, just caught something funky. Because in this part of the pipe we can see that it goes up and it gets higher as it goes. Maybe even a funky turn like that, because this looks like almost the whole pipe was full of that. And so, I mean, I don't see, usually not having enough slope or introducing too much oil will cause this, but I think it chain reacts once it gets a certain amount. Like the water flows away, but the oil kind of stays and slows.
It was definitely kitchen builder looking stuff, so.
Yeah, be cautious about putting oil in, but that being said, it looks to me like you've actually got, for the first time in a while, a clean, clear line that is intact. The fact that we're not seeing any pools indicates that you don't, like, okay, here's a slow spot. It could be an origination for some of that. But for the most part, you've got an intact line. This, okay, so actually this was ahead. This is the spot where everything built it. Where that was the wall we ran into. And you know, this is nothing. That shouldn't really stop the cable or camera. And okay, so it's got a little bit on one edge. You know, if you dig that up and you see where this pipe that we're sitting in connects into the next one, we're actually looking at the inside of this hub. And then that's all inside of concrete. So it might look all kinds of hairy, but it's not that bad. And then the rest of your line is pretty much just intact, clean and clear.
You're living here while you're working on it, right?
What's that?
Are you living here while you're working on it? So when you use the garbage disposal bin, just make sure that you fill up the sink with hot water. Let it go, and that will prevent a lot of these kind of issues.
Yeah, extra hot soapy water is not going to hurt anything.
Cool. What about at the, whatever, the 8 foot or so, 10 foot mark where you're saying I got a crack in the upper knees? It's coming
Okay.
through the floor here. Can you see that now? That's clear?
So we should be approaching that.
Alright.
This is 16 feet from here. And actually, now that we're in cast, now it could be any part of this. We'll show you something else that I couldn't see any, I couldn't even see where it ties in, which is weird.
Alright.
Wow.
You know it's not sacking up, that pressure might not be back?
Yeah, totally. I mean, normally it just runs around across the bottom.
Yeah, but I'm digging this up anyway.
As much plastic as you get.
Yeah.
And see here, one thing I noticed, there's a 2-inch line right here.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm wondering, does this go and like this is disrupted or broken or failed? And then, because I had water coming all the way out of this crack, and you know, I would just, as much as you can, maybe even if they get down there, just try and dig over a little bit and just see if you can find where that ties in, or, you know. But for the most part, I think it's got a clean bill of health. Wasn't gonna give it up easy, but we got
I
there.
guess not, man. I guess not.
And that being said, that core accumulation takes a long time. Like that's not gonna happen to you like next month or whatever. It never really fully lasted.
I mean, we wouldn't have been here 2 years and it was probably at that time, but you got a scope and you got it done.
Yeah, it's just due to the fact that the line slope is a little less than, and yeah, just be extra like any kind of grease, you know. And it may be a good idea too. Well, I mean, you're doing biannual cleaning, but I would just make sure that lots of hot water's going.
Yeah.
Because that'll break all that up a little bit down the line.
You're doing it twice a year?
Every other.
Okay, yeah.
What were you talking about that? Right here, every other?
I thought you were doing twice a year.
No.
Every other year.
Okay, you're doing biannual.
Much more
Okay,
sense.
okay, so, yeah, I mean, you should be in good shape, but I'll definitely make
It's the
sure.
roots.
I mean, I did it, we did it, yeah, it was good 2 years ago in the bin, I just did it. Lo and behold, it was all. We weren't having an issue. Then we cleaned it just because it was like every 2 years. I was like, all right, Bob, Joe, you know, doing Bob. I was going here, he cleaned it, and he's cleaned a bunch of times now. And he was like, hey, it's fine. 2 years later, it's back up. So that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's that fucking sludge, man. That stuff is all animal to deal with.
I wonder if he stirred it up or something.
Yeah.
It's fun, you'll go right through, like, if you look at it from a camera aspect, you'll go through it, and you'll see it, you'll pull it out, and it'll close right back up.
And that is a lot of water. You know, like water gets kind of down, and you've got 500 gallons ahead of that.
Right, pushing that, it's a lot of pressure.
It should. Yeah, and then the scope like mashes into the stuff, and you pull it back, and you can see like a little cave in there. It'll take a long time to fill up with water. Which, if you've got 500 pounds of water, it's just, it doesn't make sense to you. But nonetheless, that's what happens. Yeah, and it's one of those things, man. I mean, you go, you know, I mean, he's doing his job, and it's the same thing I do. Run a lot of water, run a cable down. If it flows, you assume that it's good, you know. Yes.
Oh, shoot.
We've already got it. Oh, I got the shop back up. That's why I made it a point to bring the shop back. I was like this thing somewhere. I'm just glad that it's actually resolved. So we stopped messing with it.
Yep.
It's fair. They make up their own thread for the bottom of these. Like inch and a half.
Yes.
And then you can if nothing you can connect to, good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, right.
Have my crap little scooter.
Keep looking for this one. Oh, damn it.
What? Come to me.